Inclusion is found in the human rights principles and aims to achieve equity in all facets of life. When examining inclusion in education, it is looking at stimulating students' learning, development, and feeling of acceptance. It is known that teachers hold the responsibility for implementing inclusive practices in the classroom. Therefore, the teacher's beliefs, attitudes, and actions are what create context in which students are required to learn. To create an inclusive culture, a resource has been created to enhance the understanding of students. Inclusion is seen as the main philosophy throughout these policies listed. By implementing the resource, the teacher would be abiding by what these policies are promoting in schools. The resource consists of a blue piece of cardboard as the background, a title, and a puzzle piece with inclusive language and concepts. The resource is shaped as a puzzle piece, signifying that we are all different pieces but can be linked together to create something amazing. The resource is made out of yellow cardboard and placed on a blue background. The yellow and blue have been chosen to show diversity as these colours' contrasts are very different. At the beginning of the school year, the teacher will use an enlarged version of the resource to teach inclusion. There will be discussion questions and scenario activities as listed. The students will be provided with a blank puzzle piece which they will use to show their individuality. Students will then connect their puzzle pieces around the centrepiece to add to the resource. It will be explained to students that as they add to the wall, they are signifying that they will value diversity in our classroom. It is also important that when the puzzle is placed on the wall, it isn't complete, therefore being inclusive for any new students throughout the year. The resource will be placed on the wall near the classroom door, reminding students that they are walking into a safe and positive environment where they will be included and are respected as a learner and an individual. The resource is all about creating an inclusive classroom and specifically relates to two of the principles of inclusive education. Principle 2, valuing diversity, and Principle 5, matching a pedagogy to student needs. To teach the value of diversity, the resource will be used weekly in class circle time. The students will pair up with a new peer each week to allow them to talk to peers they wouldn't usually speak with. As students' strengths and interests could change throughout the year, it is important that the pairs discuss something they might add to the puzzle piece. The teacher will have a discussion with a different topic each week. For example, week 1 could be differences. The teacher will get the students to find words on the puzzle piece resource that relate to the topic and then refer to the students' puzzle pieces for examples. The teacher can discuss with the students why we should value diversity and what the world would be like if we were all the same. There is a deficit view in the community that difference defines certain students as lacking something. This resource supports the teaching to help lift this stereotype, as instead it looks at diversity as a celebration. The classroom practices focus on the value of diversity at a classroom level, although as the practices are implemented, the students develop a respect for diversity, difference, and affordances, which they can apply into all aspects of their life. In order for an inclusive pedagogy to occur, the students need to understand, believe, and accept diversity. Disabled activists have argued that people are not disabled by any impairments they might have, but the failure of society to recognise and accommodate their needs. Therefore, the teacher can build lessons around the needs of the students by looking at the puzzle pieces. For example, the teacher can develop a history lesson by noticing that lots of students enjoy the arts or being creative. Therefore, the teacher could get the students to do role-play activities in the lesson. Also, in group work, the teacher can observe students' strengths based off the puzzle pieces and provide them with distinctive roles accordingly. The resource will be used when disagreements arise in the classroom. The teacher can refer to and explain the words on the middle puzzle piece and pull examples from the students' puzzle pieces. The class can discuss that there is no right or wrong way. Therefore, the teacher is using the resource to model and teach ways of which diversity should be perceived and responded to, creating an inclusive classroom culture. Social and emotional well-being is very important in the classroom as it affects the students' mental health as well as their academic results. The resource will develop the social and emotional well-being areas of self-awareness, social awareness, and relationship skills. The resource and activities will help to build self-awareness as the puzzle piece demands individuality. The idea of the resource being a puzzle piece allows the students to feel a sense of belonging, as the puzzle piece always has a place where it fits. Social awareness and relationship skills will be developed as the students make new friends and learn that diversity is okay. Students accept others as they learn about diversity and inclusion and therefore can implement it to manage relationships with their peers. As you can see, the resource and classroom practices promote inclusion in the classroom, specifically relating to valuing diversity and matching pedagogy to individual needs. The resource can be taken to class each year and reused. The students' puzzle pieces can be added and the teacher can watch a new, amazing puzzle grow around the resource.